decided that they didn't think it was important that the constituents know exactly what's going on.
A politician working to bring Chesterfield County's public meetings to the public.
I make a motion. We video and audio record the committee meetings.
Motion fails.
He's now taking transparency into his own hands.
So my question for the council members that voted against this is, go ask your constituents, did you make the right decision to vote against posting the people's business on a platform that is convenient for them and not convenient for you? I wholeheartedly feel that it would be very, very difficult to be able to fill a Honda Civic with folks that would disagree, that we should be as transparent as possible.
One South Carolina politician is fighting his own county council to give the public digital access to committee meetings. And these are not the monthly meetings where full council comes together to spend money and pass laws. They're the meetings where the full detail of taxing and spending is discussed. And in Chesterfield County, these meetings are not video recorded and often held at the start of the workday in the middle of the work week. Now here's Chief Investigator Jody Barr with no recording, a Queen City News investigation.
Well, I'm going to have to record these meetings since the county council decided not to record the committee meetings and post it for the public.
When Chesterfield County voters elected Ethan Foard last November, he'd already made a promise. He wasn't joining county council to make friends.
I'm not concerned about making these other council members feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I wasn't put here by them. I was put here by the people, and that's my only objective. I have no agenda other than doing what is right by the people.
You probably figured that when you saw that hat.
Well, this hat, I'm kind of the outcast, and everybody knows I'm not here for a career, so just get what we can done while we're here.
Foard says many people in his county can't get to these council meetings. They're held between 9 and 11 in the morning on Wednesdays and sometimes Mondays.
And I think it's very inconvenient for the constituents and the taxpayers to actually be able to attend. So I think the digital aspect would give folks a real opportunity to, at their convenience, if they want to get engaged in local politics, and that would be a great way to give them that option.
Meaning he wants every meeting recorded. Late last year, the county started video recording the monthly council meetings and posting those recordings to a new YouTube channel. But the county does not video record what Foard calls the most meaningful, council's committee meetings.
That's where the business side of everything is at. If you come to a council meeting and you don't know about the committee meetings, you could easily say, well, where's all the discussion at, because all you're doing is voting on something or having a reading instead of the discussion about what the topics were. And so it would lead you to believe that, you know, this is a backroom type situation when not necessarily true. You know, it's a legal committee meeting, but people just don't have access to those the way they do the regular council meetings.
During this committee meeting, for example, council spent 12 minutes debating and discussing buying a tractor for the road department. Foard says that level of detail does not happen at the monthly council meeting.
And it's a very simple fix to have digital access to what we have going on. It should not be the burden on the taxpayers to have to adjust their schedules, to be able to make random meetings, to be able to see how their tax money is being allocated and spent, and the decisions that are being made by the people that represent them.
9 a.m., so I'll call this meeting to order.
At the April 5th council meeting, Foard asked council to use the recording equipment already installed in the ceiling to record the committee meetings, then post those videos to the county's YouTube channel. The county already audio records the committee meetings, but won't post those recordings online. County Administrator Tim Eubanks explained it's not that easy to do.
Now, just like this meeting being recorded now, Cody with IT is literally sitting back, recording everything in video, and you got two cameras, he's switching back and forth. It's something that IT would have to, continue to operate. Since this year, the 3 months that we've had so far, we've had 15 committee meetings so far. IT is one person and a part-time person. That their plate is loaded. I'm telling you, I feel bad to ask Cody to do anything. I can't even offer him additional monies for additional jobs, because there comes a point that money doesn't fix it, because his plate's loaded. I would probably be asking for an additional manpower to perform this duty.
In that same meeting, Councilmember Mary Anderson recognized the public isn't getting the full story at the regular council meeting.
Just out of transparency, because I have had a couple of people ask, when we're doing section 10 of our agenda and you see like title only or first reading, just so the public knows, in case anybody watches the video, we have to have 3 readings. So a lot of times it might look like we're passing through pretty quickly, but it is because some of that work has been done in committees.
I went ahead and on the fly gave a compromise because we're already doing the audio recording, not the video. So I said, you know, hey, I make a motion that we just post the audio recording of what we're talking about. We already use it for the minutes. The clerk used it for the minutes already. So let's post that. And that was actually what got voted down.
So how many we got opposed? 1, 2, 3, 4. Motion fails.
The video shows Councilmember Douglas Curtis, Hattie Burns, Gerald Miller, and Bruce Rivers voted no. Rivers, who appeared to misunderstand the motion, tried to change his vote, but the chairman moved on to the next item on the agenda. The only council members to vote yes: Foard, Mary Anderson, and Todd Smallwood.
So that shows that the folks that voted against this had no intention of making a compromise or doing right by the people of this county, and they wanted to prove a point that it was going to be their way, and that's okay. So that's the reason why I'm here talking to you now, because the people need to get involved and they need to ask the people that voted against this, what were you thinking? Do you think that that was on the best interest of yourself or the constituents and the taxpayers? I wholeheartedly feel that it would be very, very difficult to be able to fill a Honda Civic with folks that would disagree.
Since that no vote, the Chesterfield County Council is showing no signs of reconsidering video recording committee meetings. If you want to see the committee meetings the councilman recorded, he's posted them to his newly created YouTube channel. Just go to our website, QCnews.com, and look for our no recording report under the investigation section. We've linked to the councilman's YouTube channel there.